through something?
Well, first of all, most of us that have lost a child had no idea that that child was struggling, because we think, oh, it can't happen to us because my child has everything he could ever want. And people don't understand, it's just this thing happening in their brain that sort of pushes them in this dark place. So it's not really a choice, but rather something that people are pushed to in a moment of extreme emotional pain. And I think that we don't really recognize the signs because we are in denial. So that's why I wrote a book to teachers, because they're less emotionally involved. But what we hear kids say is, I don't want to do this anymore. I can't go on. I hate looking at myself in the mirror. I'm such a burden. That's a really big one. So they're very subtle clues, and it's really how those comments actually make you feel when they say it. Because they say that well over 80% of those who die by suicide leave some kind of clue as to their intention before they die. So it's either in their behavior or what they say or what they're doing. So some of the behaviors are they start ghosting. So you may, it could be your sister and all of a sudden she's off the radar and become background noise. Maybe that's time you really need to reach out and not take it personally that she didn't show up for your family event, but figure out why she might not have shown up.
Well, okay. So you're saying, so ghosting, they go quiet.
They go quiet. And that can be a sign of relapse of alcohol or drug relapse, and somebody struggling with thoughts of suicide or depression.
How about if a person says, leave me alone, back off, you feel like you may be overreaching?
I think you become helpfully nosy and say, yeah,
I like that.
I understand.
Helpfully nosy.
But I care about you. And the fact that you are not showing up has me very concerned. So I'm wondering, a lot of times when people are ghosting like that, they're struggling with thoughts of suicide. Are you thinking of suicide? You have to ask it directly. Point blank.
Man, that's a tough one.
It's a very
tough one.
I get the whole crowd when I do a speech, I have them repeat it after me, just so they get used to saying it. The alternative is, are you thinking of killing yourself? Equally.
Same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Same thing. I mean, you change the wording up a little bit. Okay, so when you go out to the crowd is shocked, like I am.
Yeah.
The crowd is shocked because it takes a lot to ask someone, are you thinking about killing yourself, or are you thinking about committing suicide?
You don't say committing suicide.
Oh, that's I'm not supposed to say that. Okay.
That's all right.
That's right. Okay, so are you considering killing yourself or ending your life or whatever?
Right.
Okay. And you wait for the response.
Yes. And what if they say no, but they hesitate for a really long time, or 3 seconds?
It's a long time. 3 seconds is an eternity when you throw that question out there.
Then you ask again.
Okay. So you've written books. Let's talk about, you took a bad time in your life and you made it your mission. That's what you do right now. You're out there doing it. How do you talk to someone who's been going through some things and turn, as my mom would say, you turn your mess into your message? How do you do that? Because somewhere right now, somebody's hurting, trying to figure it out, and you've gone through it, and a part of that's in the rear view mirror, but you're also looking for people down the road who are going through some things. How do you make magic happen?
I think that in my healing process involved giving back and getting the word out, because every time somebody sends me a note and said, something I read on your blog last night saved my life. And, I was sitting here with the means to kill myself, and I decided not to because of something I read or something I saw that you put out there. And I mean, a lot of people have accused me of saving my son Charles over and over and over again, but so what? I mean, to me, that giving back piece has been a big part of my own emotional healing, because I got to move forward. I got to figure out how to live life without my younger son in it, who is named Charles. And that's just been a big part of it.
Okay. Order my Aunt Moss Rogers is here. We got to go away and take a break from him. But I want to ask you, at what point when your son was gone did you realize that you may make it? Because I would imagine there were times that you felt like you couldn't go on. At what point did you realize I may be able to do this and I got to push forward?
I'd say within about an hour after he died, I was on the floor with my husband and my dog. And I said, I can't survive this. I can't survive this. Oh my gosh, it hurt so much. It hurt so much. And it was like a message came in my head and said, you can survive as much as it hurts right now. And it was brutal. It will never hurt as much as getting the news that part is over. And if you're not around, if you don't go forward with this, then no one will ever know Charles or his legacy.
Because you keep him going. I see you talking about on his birthday, on different things you're saying, you keep his name alive.
I do, because he let other people know that they mattered. And that is the legacy that I carry forward. And he loved to be on stage. And that's probably why.
Oh, he was a character?
Oh, gosh.
Oh, yes. He was a character?
Funniest, most popular kid in school. He was a dynamo. Everyone loved him. He was just, the kid who walked in, and it was like he brought sunshine in his pocket and he was there to hand it out.
One of my Aunt Moss Rogers. See, I'm supposed to take a break.